Have you ever wondered what actually happens inside a man the moment he realizes he's falling in love with you? Not the words he says, not the gestures he shows, but the real shift happening deep inside him, the one he can't hide even if he tried. Today, I'm going to respond to a question that was sent in by a viewer from one of my previous videos, and this question came from Sabrina. She wrote and asked, "Hey Carl, can you please explain how men feel when they are in love?" Lots of love, Sabrina. Sabrina, that is a wonderful and very thoughtful question, and we're going to go deep into it today. I want to walk you through the inner world of a man when he actually falls in love, because it is often very different from what men show on the outside. Many men won't openly talk about it, but that doesn't mean they don't feel it strongly. To answer your question, I'm going to share 7 emotional and psychological experiences that many men go through when they are truly in love, and these come from research by Dr. Helen Fisher. Now, Dr. Helen Fisher is a well-known biological anthropologist. Sometimes she is described as an anthropological biologist, sometimes a biological anthropologist. People say it in different ways, but the point is simple. She is extremely knowledgeable, highly respected, and has spent years studying human attraction and romantic love. She wrote a book called Why We Love, where she explains the brain chemistry and emotional reactions that both men and women experience when we fall in love. When we fall in love, our brains release a wave of powerful chemicals. These chemicals, dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin, create a kind of emotional high. It's like a natural rush that fills your system and puts you in this intense and almost dreamlike state. You feel excited, alert, energized, and at the same time vulnerable. Love has this effect on both men and women, but men often express these feelings in very different ways. So I'm going to focus on what she found about men specifically, and I'm going to pull out 7 of those experiences that describe what a man goes through when he truly loves you. The first experience is that his thoughts are magnetized to you, almost pulled toward you automatically. Most men in the research reported feeling like their mind drifts toward the woman they love over and over again, even without trying. He might be working, driving, doing something normal, and suddenly you appear in his mind. Men said it feels like you take up this special space inside their thinking. Many men even reported that around 80% of their day is quietly filled with thoughts of the woman they love. Sometimes it's a memory of something you said. Sometimes it's wondering what you're doing. Sometimes it's imagining the next time he'll see you. Even if he tries to focus on something else, his mind goes right back to you. He is not doing this on purpose. It's something that happens naturally, because the emotional bond is growing stronger inside him. The second experience is that he feels a surge of energy. When a man falls in love, he often feels more awake, more alive, and more motivated than usual. Even if he is tired, stressed, or dealing with pressure in his daily life, thinking about you or being around you gives him a boost. It's like love becomes a natural battery that charges him. This isn't the dramatic movie version of love where a man suddenly lifts cars or jumps over walls, but he genuinely feels more alert, more excited, and more willing to take action. He might feel restless in a good way, as if he wants to do something meaningful, productive, or special. This energy isn't only physical, it's emotional too. He feels more courageous, more hopeful, and more inspired. Men don't always say this out loud because many men grow up learning to hide emotional intensity, but this energy surge is real. He might suddenly start planning things he never planned before, taking steps he used to avoid, or making room in his schedule for you even when he is busy. You may notice him staying up late to talk to you, waking up early just to see your message, or going out of his way to make time for you. That extra energy, that push to move towards you, is one of the first real signs that love is growing inside him. It shows up in small ways, in consistent ways, and sometimes in ways he doesn't fully understand himself. And this feeling continues to grow as the connection grows. When a man is falling in love, he feels driven by something deeper than simple attraction. Attraction can make a man notice you, desire you, or want to spend time with you. But love pulls him into a different emotional space. He starts imagining a future, even if he doesn't say it. He starts thinking about what your life together would feel like. He starts paying more attention to your emotions, your needs, your habits. All of this is connected to that inner rush of energy and motivation. Love affects men in a way that reshapes their focus and behavior. A man who is in love feels more alive because the connection gives him something to look forward to. It gives him something he wants to protect, something he wants to invest in, something that matters to him on a deeper level. He may not always express this perfectly, but the shift inside him is powerful. Love is not just a feeling for him, it becomes a drive, a pull, an internal force that pushes him to show up differently. When he is in love with you, he feels this powerful burst of inner energy, almost like something inside him suddenly wakes up. It is a kind of emotional expansion that makes him feel alive in a way he didn't even realize he was missing before. Colors seem brighter to him, moments feel richer, and everyday life appears more vivid, almost as if the world has shifted into a clearer, sharper version of itself. It's similar to stepping from a dull room into bright sunlight. Everything becomes more intense, more noticeable, and more meaningful because you are now part of his world. This aliveness he feels is directly tied to you, to the feelings you've awakened inside him, and he doesn't always know how to describe it, but he feels it deeply. It makes complete sense when you look at the science behind it. Just like in the movie Limitless, where the main character takes a pill that suddenly unlocks his full brain potential, love does something similar, except naturally. When a man falls in love, his brain gets flooded with dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine. These chemicals sharpen his awareness, deepen his emotions, and heighten his senses. They make him feel more awake, more focused, and more connected to his surroundings. That's why life feels more colorful, more technicolor, more exciting when you are around. These chemicals are not small things. They shift the way he sees the world and the way he sees you. With you, everything feels more meaningful, and he feels more like himself, but a fuller, more energized version. Number 3 is that he starts analyzing your actions. Many men don't admit this because it might seem unmanly or insecure, but the truth is almost all men do it when they care deeply. When he is intensely attracted to you, he becomes almost hyper-aware of the little things you do. He pays attention to how you text, how you speak, what words you choose, how fast you respond, and what your tone feels like. He tries to understand your signals, your reactions, your hints. He wants to know if you feel the same spark that he feels. And this makes him study your actions more closely than he would ever study anything else. He rereads your messages, trying to understand your mood. He thinks about something you said and wonders if there was a deeper meaning behind it. He replays moments with you in his mind, trying to figure out if you were flirting, being kind, or trying to show affection. Men often pretend to be cool on the surface, but inside they are asking themselves, does she like me? Is she interested the way I am? Did she say that because she feels something too? Even the smallest action from you becomes meaningful to him because he is trying to understand whether this connection is mutual. If you've ever analyzed his behavior and wondered about his feelings, know that he is very likely doing the exact same thing with yours. Number 4 is that he begins to prioritize you in ways he might not even prioritize anyone else. Most men who are in love report that they intentionally keep their schedules more open than usual, just in case the woman they care about is free to see them. He might quietly rearrange his plans, shift things around, or delay something that isn't urgent simply because he wants to be available. He doesn't always say this out loud, but you become an important part of his inner calendar. He wants to be able to say yes if you suddenly want to meet, talk, or spend time with him. He may cancel plans that he once thought were important. He may give up rest time he used to guard carefully. He may even push work aside temporarily just to make sure he doesn't miss a chance to be with you. This doesn't feel like a burden to him. It feels natural because spending time with you brings him joy and calm at the same time. When he prioritizes you, he's not doing it to impress you. He's doing it because his heart and mind keep choosing you without him forcing anything. You begin to occupy a special space in his routine. If you call, he answers faster. If you need something, he pays attention immediately. If you want to talk, he listens without feeling rushed. Even the way he moves through the day changes slightly. He becomes more intentional, more thoughtful, and more open. He may not express all this directly, but you will notice that he creates space for you, emotionally and physically. That's because in his mind, spending time with you is something he wants, not something he feels obligated to do. His prioritizing you is also connected to another deeper truth. When a man is emotionally invested, he naturally begins to protect the bond. He wants to make sure he doesn't lose the connection. He becomes more mindful of his actions because he doesn't want to do anything that could push you away. This is why you may notice him checking in more often, making plans in advance, or being more consistent than he was before. Consistency becomes easier for him because love makes him want to show up. Even small moments matter more to him now. If you share something personal, he remembers. If you mention a plan, he keeps it in mind. If you express something that bothers you, he wants to fix it, or at least understand it. Prioritizing you becomes less about scheduling and more about the emotional importance you hold in his life. When a man is in love, he starts building his world in a way that naturally includes you, and he may not even realize he's doing it. All of these reactions, his energetic expansion, his heightened awareness, his careful analyzing of your signals, and his willingness to rearrange his life for you, are signs of how deeply he feels. They show that love is not small for him. It is something that reshapes the way he thinks, feels, and behaves. And even though he may not always say it out loud, his actions reveal the truth. You matter to him in a way that changes everything. He might be talking to his friends and acting casual, but inside he is actually adjusting his plans around you. He'll say something like, "Hey man, what's going on? Golf on Saturday? I'm not sure yet. I need to hear back from Irene. I don't know what she's doing, man. I want to hang out with her, so maybe Sunday afternoon. Maybe. I'm keeping some space open. Monday? Let me see. I'll let you know." He sounds relaxed, but in reality, he is organizing his entire weekend around the chance of seeing you. He doesn't want to miss a moment with you, so he leaves room in his schedule even when he pretends it's no big deal. And if you take this concept a little further, there are actually feminine qualities and soft emotional actions that you can naturally use to awaken his masculine desire and deepen his attraction toward you. These qualities are not tricks or games. They're simply the natural energy a woman holds when she is in her true feminine essence. When expressed in a healthy and authentic way, they activate something inside a man that pulls him closer without forcing anything. If you want to understand this on a deeper level, I always share a helpful resource. It's an ebook called The 5 Feminine Qualities That High-Value Men Find Irresistible. I usually attach the link in the video and also in the description below, and it's there for you to download. It's a free gift, and it really helps you understand what those qualities are and how to spark his attraction in a natural, effortless way that aligns with who you already are inside. Number 5 is that his emotions become connected to your emotions. This means that when you feel good, he feels good. When you are glowing, laughing, or excited, his heart feels lighter. Your joy becomes his joy. But the same thing happens on the other side. If you're upset, if you're emotionally drained, if something hurts you, or if you're frustrated, he feels it too. It pulls his mood down because your emotional state matters deeply to him. You are not just someone he likes. You become someone whose feelings influence his own. When I spent years interviewing couples who had been married 50, 60, even 70 years, some of the strongest marriages in the country, I heard the same line repeated over and over again from the husbands. They would smile and say, "If mama's happy, everybody's happy. If mama ain't happy, nobody's happy." They meant it lovingly. They were saying that their wife's emotional world affected the entire atmosphere of the home, and they felt it deeply. Men in love react the same way. Your emotional energy becomes a big part of his emotional life. Number 6 is that he daydreams about having sex with you. Now, here's the interesting part. Around 73% of men admitted that they fantasize about sleeping with the woman they love. Honestly, that number seems low, right? It's almost surprising that it isn't closer to 100%. My guess is that the remaining percentage simply didn't want to admit it, because in reality, when a man is deeply attracted and emotionally connected, thoughts of you naturally become sensual too. This is not a bad thing. In fact, it's a healthy and essential part of romantic attraction. What separates a simple friendship from romantic passion is sexual desire. Without that spark, you just have a bond, not a romance. But when he loves you and finds you irresistible, his mind starts imagining what it would feel like to be close to you physically. And here's the truth. Long before the moment ever happens in real life, he's already imagined it in his mind many times. He has pictured kissing you, touching you, holding you, being with you, and experiencing that closeness fully. By the time you actually sleep with him, he has likely fantasized about it hundreds, maybe thousands of times. Not because he's obsessive, but because he finds you incredibly attractive, deeply beautiful, and completely captivating. You're not just someone he likes. You become someone he desires in a meaningful, emotional, and physical way. When he looks at you, he doesn't just see a pretty face. He sees a woman who awakens something intense inside him. And this desire becomes a big part of the love he feels. Number 7 is that he becomes willing to fight for you. When a man is truly in love, he feels a level of commitment and loyalty that pushes him to go far beyond his usual limits. Men often describe it in dramatic ways, saying they would climb the highest mountain or swim across an entire ocean just to be with the woman they love. And even though that sounds poetic, the emotion behind it is very real. A man in love becomes willing to do whatever it takes to support the relationship. He would move cities, shift his life around, change his routines, or make sacrifices because the connection with you matters deeply to him. He will move heaven and earth, not out of obligation, but because his heart naturally pulls him in your direction. He also becomes willing to face uncomfortable or difficult situations. He won't run the moment things get hard. Instead, he stands his ground because losing you is not something his heart wants to risk. If the relationship ever feels like it is slipping off track, he won't just sit back and watch it fall apart. He will step in, communicate, try harder, soften where he needs to, and strengthen where it matters. He becomes willing to fight for the relationship, not fight inside the relationship. There is a huge difference. One pushes you apart, the other pulls you closer. And this connects to an important truth. It's extremely hard to ruin the right relationship. When it's the right man, you don't need to walk on eggshells or pretend to be perfect. You can have disagreements, misunderstandings, and moments where neither of you feels your best. That is normal. Love doesn't remove the bumps. It simply gives you the desire and the courage to move through them together. When he loves you, he wants to work things out. You get to be yourself. He gets to be himself. And the two of you choose each other again and again, even after the tough moments. If something goes wrong, if someone misinterprets something, Or if emotions get tangled, you both lean in instead of pulling away. You communicate, you repair, you come back with softness. You don't quit easily because the bond matters more than being right or winning a fight. When both people genuinely love each other, the relationship becomes something worth defending, worth rebuilding, and worth nurturing through every stage. There you have it. 7 powerful experiences men go through when they are deeply, honestly, and completely in love with you. But before we finish, there's a very important nuance that many people overlook, and understanding this will help you hold on to love in a healthier way. Nature is fascinating. It gives us this intense emotional and chemical rush in the beginning of a relationship, almost like a gift. All those feel-good chemicals, dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine, they flood the brain for about 18 months on average. You get about a year and a half of this natural high, this in-love chemical cocktail that makes everything feel magical and effortless. It's what we call the honeymoon phase. During that phase, you don't have to try very hard to feel connected. You think about them constantly, you want to be near them all the time, and the passion feels like it never ends. But after those 18 months, those chemicals slowly begin to fade if you don't consciously keep the connection alive. They don't disappear because something is wrong. They fade because the brain cannot stay in that intense state forever. This is why so many relationships fall apart after the early excitement fades. People think the love is gone, but really, the chemicals simply return to their normal levels. So the real question becomes, how do you reignite those chemicals? How do you keep the passion alive after the honeymoon phase? How do you grow a love that feels deep, exciting, connected, and alive even years later? In an upcoming video, I'm going to share 3 powerful ways to do exactly that. 3 ways to keep the spark burning bright, grow your bond, and maintain that beautiful emotional and physical closeness long after the early rush fades. Before we wrap up, I would really love to hear from you. What is your personal experience when you fall in love? What changes in your feelings, your behavior, or your thoughts? How does it show up for you? Go ahead and share your experience in the comments below. I genuinely enjoy reading your thoughts and hearing your stories because this channel is all about supporting you, encouraging you, and helping you expand love and positive energy in your life. In the end, everything we talked about shows one powerful truth. When a man is truly in love, his entire inner world shifts. Love for him is not just a feeling, it becomes a full-body experience that changes how he thinks, how he acts, and how he moves through life. His mind keeps returning to you, even when he tries to focus on something else. His energy rises, his motivation grows, and everyday life feels brighter because you are part of it. He becomes more aware, more alive, and more connected to everything around him simply because you awaken emotions he cannot ignore. He starts analyzing your actions, not because he is insecure, but because he cares so much that he wants to understand you. He wants to know what you feel, what you meant, and whether your heart is leaning in the same direction as his. You become a priority in his schedule, in his choices, and in the way he imagines his future. He shifts things around, keeps space open, and quietly adjusts his life so he can be available for you. Even his emotional world becomes tied to yours. Your happiness lifts him up, and your pain affects him deeply because your feelings matter to him. His attraction also becomes a blend of emotional desire and physical longing. He daydreams about intimacy with you because he sees you as a woman who is both beautiful and meaningful to him. You're not just someone he enjoys spending time with. You become someone he wants in every way, emotionally and physically. And when love reaches its deepest level, he becomes willing to fight for you and for the relationship. He doesn't run when things get hard. He steps forward, tries to fix misunderstandings, and chooses the connection again because losing you is not something he wants to risk. But there is another important part of love that many people forget. All the intense chemicals that make the early stage of love feel magical only last for about 18 months. After that, the natural chemical rush begins to fade. This doesn't mean something is wrong. It simply means love is shifting from excitement to depth. It moves from automatic passion to intentional connection. This is the moment where real love is built, not from temporary chemicals, but from choices, effort, and emotional presence. The couples who last are the ones who learn how to keep love alive after the honeymoon phase ends. They grow, they communicate, they stay curious about each other, and they protect the bond they have created. They don't expect passion to stay alive on its own. They actively nurture it. And that is what transforms an 18-month high into a lifetime connection. So, as you take all of this in, remember that love is not something you have to chase. When it is real, it shows up clearly in his actions, in his consistency, and in the way he chooses you. You do not need to be perfect, and you do not need to fear every mistake. The right person will meet you with effort, not excuses. He will bring his heart, not just his words. And he will continue choosing you, not only in the beginning, but again and again as the relationship grows. If you have ever wondered what love looks like from a man's heart, this is it. It is devotion, energy, desire, protection, curiosity, and effort. It is a man showing with his actions that you matter. It is two people building something real long after the early excitement fades. And it is choosing each other, not just once, but every day that follows. Love is not just a moment, and it is never only a feeling. It is a series of choices, actions, and commitments that unfold over time. When a man truly loves you, he shows it in countless ways, sometimes quietly, sometimes boldly, and often in ways you might not even notice at first. Every thought he has about you, every action he takes, every effort he makes, even the smallest ones, are proof that you matter deeply to him. Love changes him in ways that are subtle but powerful. It gives him energy he didn't know he had. It opens his heart in ways that make him more present, more thoughtful, and more aware of the world around him. It moves him to prioritize you, to think of your happiness as part of his own, and to protect the connection you share. And this is why love is so unique. It grows stronger when it is nurtured. The initial rush, the euphoric highs, the butterflies, they are natural and beautiful, but they are only the beginning. Real love continues beyond the honeymoon phase. It continues when the early excitement fades, when routines set in, and when life begins to test your patience. It is in these moments that you see the depth of his feelings. It is here that commitment, effort, and intentional connection show up, revealing the strength of what has been built. The right man does not vanish when life becomes complicated. He chooses to stay, to work through misunderstandings, to communicate, and to grow alongside you. This willingness to fight for the relationship and to nurture it over time is one of the clearest signs that his love is real, lasting, and worth cherishing. Love also teaches us about balance and understanding. It is not about walking on eggshells or pretending to be someone you are not. It is about honesty, vulnerability, and allowing yourself to be fully seen. When the connection is genuine, you are free to express yourself completely, and he is free to do the same. The relationship becomes a safe space where two people can grow together, learn from mistakes, and celebrate the joys of being with one another. It is a partnership where both hearts are open, both minds are engaged, and both souls feel valued. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to click the subscribe button and tap the little bell so you're always the first to receive new videos each week. This channel is dedicated to pouring into you, offering guidance, clarity, and inspiration to help you grow in your love life and in your emotional world. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to